All right, welcome to the start of a new anime review series. Don't worry, this won't last very long because there's only 12 episodes. That's what I plan to do anyways. So, with this particular one, the anime just wrapped up just last month. Um, but well, it started actually, believe it or not, like 3 months ago, and it wrapped up last month. It's only 12 episodes. Now, I'm only discussing here the first 3 episodes because, well, why not? So, the series is called A While Last Boss Appeared, where story starts out with this woman named Alpharius who's being beaten by a bunch of heroes and then imprisoned. And then he's like, and it turns out basically this is a game and it's being created by a male user. Who the heck this guy is, they don't really say who he is. And they meet him with a goddess who says, accept, like, what exactly? And then he's transported inside of her body. I'm like, what? He's in the body of a beautiful woman? Wow. And he uses pressure on 3 people to explain kind of what's going on. Apparently, it's been 200 years since her defeat. And she needs to go to her tower, which then she has black wings. She is a tall, red hair woman. I mean, she's like taller than most characters. And she refers herself as we. Yes, we're using non-binary terms for some reason, despite the fact that I'm looking at this person. It's clearly a woman. It's like every person either a mistress or a lady. This person refers to herself as we or they. I'm like, why the heck are we using non-binary terms here? Oh my gosh, seriously. So then she leaves and then flies to her gigantic tower, which looks like a modern style tower. Goes inside. Oh, and the tower, I think it's called like the, what is the name of this tower that she goes to? It's her castle, X8 Online. Well, it's a giant, like, tower, and meets up with this blue-haired girl who looks like she's wearing a school uniform, and her name is Dina. And at first, when she sees, like, who are you? He's like, I'm your advisor. And turns out that she was just a background character in the actual game, and this is definitely a girl. They do not mistake this for some other gender per se. So they mentioned, oh yeah, apparently summoning her costs a lot of money, and they have the money. They're going to have this really cool castle, which they do not spend much time in this castle. Nope, I've never seen a castle where it looks like a giant tower. Yes, it looks like one of those dungeons I'm seeing from some of the dungeon anime I've seen. So then they decide to make money by become adventurers. Why not? So then, of course, Luffy has to hide her wings inside of this very uncomfortable cloak. But she can still walk around, but she can't move her arms very much. So I think it's been 200 years. He may have forgotten basically what she looked like, but not the not the elves. They remember her. It's fresh in their mind. They do explain that after the 7 heroes beaten her, they got crushed by the Demon King. And apparently, when they go to a city called Severn, I think it's called, they go there at the end of episode 2, and they arrive there. Actually, episode 1, they arrive there episode 2. And the reason why they're there because they're looking for the 7 heavenly stars, 12 heavenly stars, and the first one going after is Aris, which they reveal to be basically a sheep, a ram. Okay, so they arrive in the city. They meet a mercenary. They go to the library where explain about the whole rise, where she just shows up, just being conqueror, be a very nice person. Then they turned on her, and the 7 heroes basically were able to defeat her. And then they got crushed by the Demon King, and also the fact that apparently humanity is basically all set up on this one peninsula. Yeah, basically this world's got hardly any humans left. They basically have been eliminated for reasons per se. And we do see one of the 7 heroes left alive. This is Mats. Yeah, where. And by the way, they do explain apparently a swordsman's strongest level is 120, which apparently, according to her, that's way too low. It should be like over 1,000, not that low. And apparently, the king himself, his level is only 500. And apparently, he's also been cursed to be in a wheelchair for some reason. And apparently, this lake is actually a guardian deity, which all you can do is control this damn thing. So then an earthquake happens caused by Aris. Then Aris ends up fighting. Well, then of course sends an army of demons. This army is comprised of wolfmen, goblins. Well, first before this happened, they go rescue some girls who killed by orcs, who surprisingly did nothing to them. They were complete gentlemen to these ladies. Why they kidnapped them, don't know. And apparently, if you preserve the bodies, they preserve the tenderloin. Like, okay. So, yeah. So, after, of course, the remaining orcs were crushed by a giant stone fist, the girls return home. They get a golem for the village as a guardian deity. They get paid like 1,500 rels, I think it's the currency here, which allows them to live off of it. And of course, they go back to Severin. That's when the earthquake happens, and that's when Aris is seen, where he's gigantic now. Yes, he is in fact gigantic, and weirdly enough, the voice sounds like a woman. Yep. So then we have big battle ensued, which of course some people get killed. Then the guardian deity fights Aris for a while and look like it's about to lose. Aris would lose on purpose because they want he runs revenge, probably for what happened to Luminous. Then she ends up fighting him as sort of way of kicking around or actually a little retainer. Like, oh, let's have her punch his head, punch his belly, punch his chin. And when he first sees like, who are you? And he's like, he feels her pressure, which he did back in episode 1. Then, of course, basically, after a little while, we did reveal that Aris' true form is a femboy. Yep, he's a crossdresser. And apparently this was done on purpose. And when he first sees Dina, he has no idea who she is. All he saw as her is basically like a piece of sex decoration. And now they have the thing end with, oh, Aris is joining the party like they do in a video game where someone joins the party. I gotta admit, basically for the start of this is pretty good. And of course the episode ends with another appearance by somebody. Who, we might ask? Well, we'll find out and see next episode. But next up is the Comic Corner. And then it's on the Case Closed. First of 5 anime. I was really hoping 3 of these anime released double episodes for delaying these episodes for several weeks. But no. Only 1. So after the Comic Corner, it's on to Case Closed. And after Case Closed, on to the Banished Competition aimed at the strongest. And who knows what else after that. If I got my anime done, I probably will get back to this to finish the remaining 9 episodes. Yep. So that's pretty much the particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next, we have a Comic Corner, and it's on to Case Closed. So next video. Bye.